Hi, everybody. I'm Todd Anderson.
And I'm MagicBrad here at the Magic Lounge here in Friendly Fridley. Now, I've got my friend Todd here, and I've known him for a while. We've been doing acquainted back in the martial arts days. Remember that?
Yep.
So the reason we're doing this is because Todd is a tribute artist, and we're going to be talking about Neil Diamond as one of the people that he tributes to. Now he's got a thing coming up.
He
right
does.
After our event. Launch.
Yep. Neil Diamond is releasing a brand new album called Wild at Heart on May 8th. And our show that we're going to be doing on May 6th be just 2 days before that. So we're turning May 6th into a full-on Wild at Heart pre-release celebration for everybody who's a Neil Diamond fan.
So what went through your mind when I sent that thing to you that this was happening? Was it?
Well, I thought, wow, we've got such great music with Neil Diamond that we do in the show, and this is an opportunity to get some new music out there, see some new. I guess he's got like 10 new songs, but anyhow.
So why is this specific album such a big deal?
Well, this album completes the Rick Rubin trilogy. It's the same era that gave us 12 songs and Home Before Dark albums. Fans love that raw, honest, stripped down Neil Wild at Heart as an opening, that time capsule, that creative peak.
It was just a sidebar. I had Todd over for my wife's birthday party, and you really were a hit. You had people dancing up a storm. Yeah, you got me out there dancing. I don't do that.
Yeah. She mentioned that.
So, are any of the songs familiar, or is this all new material?
Well, 9 of the 10 tracks have never been released before. They've been sitting in the vault since 2007, and the only familiar one is called Forgotten, a kind of a funny name. It was Forgotten, but I guess we're going to try and remember that one, I guess.
What were some of the other names of the songs?
You know what? I don't have the list up in front of me right now.
How about the old ones, though?
The old songs, the ones that I do?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do all of your favorites. It's, Cracklin' Rosie and Sweet Caroline, Play Me, all the big ones, plus stories and humor. And we're going to do a special segment honoring the Wild at Heart era. It's going to be a full evening, not just a concert, but some reminiscing and nostalgic information also.
So that movie just came out too. Monica and I went to that. That kind of stimulated some stuff.
Song Sung Blue.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw our little thing up here for the heck of it. This is the event that we got coming up on May 6th. Definitely give that some consideration.
Yep. Banquets of Minnesota in wonderful Fridley here.
Friendly Fridley.
Friendly Fridley. So our May 6th show...
Will they be doing any of the new music? Will you be doing any of the new music?
Well, I won't be performing the new songs. Nobody has the rights to that yet.
Oh.
But we will be celebrating the album. We'll talk about the stories behind it, the track list, the Rubin sessions, and what fans can expect when it drops 2 days later. It's the closest thing to an official pre-release party that you'll find in the Twin Cities, Brad.
So how does this new album, how's that going to blend in with the thing we're doing on May 6th? I know that years ago, me and Dave Stahl did a tribute. It was actually an album release for Styx, The Grand Illusion. We did Magic.
Oh, yeah.
Before they had someone.
Oh.
So how's this new thing going to fit into what we're doing on the 6th?
It gives a night a sense of an occasion. Instead of just dinner, magic, and music, which is already a great night, now it's tied to a historic moment in Neil Diamond's career. Fans get a full evening of entertainment, and they get to be a part of something brand new.
Okay, so what can people expect from your specific performance? I know what I'm going to do.
Oh, now the pressure's on.
And they don't know what to expect with me.
Well, they're going to get the classics that they love. Sweet Caroline, Cracklin' Rosie, Play Me, all the big ones. Plus some stories and humor, and a special segment honoring the Wild at Heart era album. It's a full evening. It's not just a concert.
So it's kind of interesting when this stuff started happening. I remembered Cracklin' Rosie and all the Neil Diamond stuff, but I wasn't really a fan. So what is it about the Twin Cities area you think that makes people like Neil Diamond fans? Because we just got a order for 24 tickets. 24 tickets all in one group.
Wow, fantastic. Well, people in the Twin Cities area love nostalgia. They love great songwriting, and they love a good night out. Neil Diamond's music hits all three. And honestly, Twin City audiences are some of the warmest, most enthusiastic crowds I've ever performed for.
So, when we first started this concept, I've always wanted to do like a magic and music thing, because the M thing and music fascinates me kind of like magic does, that there's so many, there's only 7 notes, but there's so many songs. How does that work? So it's kind of fascinating.
Well, you've got 7 notes, but you've got 3 or 4 octaves
usually
got all that
to work stuff with. In there. So what makes this event we're doing different than like your standard show? Because like when you go to your standard show, you do Elvis. I remember you do Elvis.
I do Elvis.
You do
Frank Sinatra.
Jimmy Buffett. Garth Brooks.
Yep.
And now we're doing Neil Diamond.
Yep.
How is this going to be different than, say, your Elvis show?
Well, this is going to be a hybrid experience. It's going to be not just a show. It's going to be dinner, and it's going to be MagicBrad doing a warm-up and getting everybody ready for the show, and then we're going to do the music of Neil Diamond. And now it's tied into a major event in Neil Diamond history. It's not just a show, it's a celebration. People will walk out saying, I'm so glad I didn't miss that.
So this Rubin guy, is he like the producer of Neil's music? Is he like his manager or something?
Absolutely. Well, there's a...
What's his name?
A David Rubin era. I guess he in the mid 2000s. He was helping Neil Diamond to record albums, and came out with some of the albums that they dropped then. But those albums are intimate and deeply human. And as a performer, I just love bringing the emotional honesty to the stage. It lets me connect with my audience in a really a personal way with personal feeling songs.
Okay. So the final closing question, I guess, would be related to our event. See if I can put that up here again so you can see it. That's this thing right here, Twin Cities Magic and Music Nights. We're looking to do more of these, by the way. So we're looking to do more of these, but what is it about this event that if someone was like on the fence and they're thinking, I don't know, maybe I should save this date for, I don't know, go do something else. What do you think will happen that'll maybe push them over the fence onto our side?
Well, first of all, summer's coming, so May, we're not too busy yet, so you've still got some time. I'd say this: Neil Diamond hasn't released a new album for 12 years. You get to celebrate that moment before the rest of the world does. Add dinner, a magic show, and a full tribute concert. It's a perfect night, so don't miss it.
That's right, don't miss it. And then this is our friend Todd right here. He's rebranding himself with Twin City Todd because he went beyond Elvis.
Yeah.
How do you go beyond Elvis?
Well, I've done Elvis for 26 years now, and I love Elvis, but I love diversity. If I didn't get a chance to perform a lot of all these other songs and all these other personalities, I'd probably go crazy. So why I've moved in, I started doing Neil Diamond about 10 years ago, and I just fell in love with this music, and I see how it reaches into my audience's hearts, and they sing along. They're so familiar with it, and now I'm excited that there's going to be some new Neil Diamond music.
I like the older music because you can actually hear what the words they're pronouncing. You know what they're saying.
Yes.
So
Yes.
for those that are interested, by the way, my wife had a conversation with somebody that they want your information to possibly hire you for an event. So
Oh, well,
FYI, and if
Well,
you're
wonderful.
interested in doing that,
let's get it on the schedule.
here's where you can find them, twincitytodd.com. It's right there.
Yep.
So is there anything else you want to talk about?
I think I've got it pretty well covered. Just hoping to see a lot of my friends, a lot of people who've seen me before, and some new faces. And I'm actually looking forward to having a big audience of Neil Diamond fans that want to get kind of a full Neil Diamond concert experience. People that are going to shout out, "So good, so good, so good," when we do the Sweet Caroline
Yes,
song.
you had us doing that at the party too.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, you can get tickets at magicbrad.com/May6. 6, not 6. 6, May 6th. That's it. So we're going to sign this one off. Appreciate you guys taking the time. I want you to be good, be kind, be nice. Did I say be nice? Yes, I did. Be nice. Peace.
So long.